And what is up, guys? Technicals here. Kind of a nothing burger video. I was hoping to do a comparison between Salad and Flux, FluxEdge, Flux Core. It's kind of similar in vibe. It's one of those AI compute platforms where you're lending out your computer, your system, for people to rent and do AI workloady type things on your computer. So if you're familiar with Salad, Salad does kind of the same thing. Flux is a little more advanced and it's more intimately tied. Well, it is intimately tied to their cryptocurrency. So I'm kind of just rolling with this video because performance has not been great with Flux and I want to milk some kind of content out. I'm underneath the content cow trying to pull on them udders and get some content out of it. So I'm going to show you what I did and what I didn't get out of the whole process and offer my thoughts on how to proceed from here. On the technicals, let's get into it. And once again, if you're not already, subscribe for more content like this. So I'm over here on, this is my 8700G, my former main rig processor. It's a 4070 and 64 gigs of RAM, formerly a Salad rig. And so I've got this up and running. I went ahead and downloaded FluxEdge, installed it, not running Salad. It's a dedicated system. I subscribed to every service that they had. And if you could see here, it shows my uptime. Where's my uptime? 3 days, 19 hours, 26 minutes. So a lot of people might say, well, you haven't left it running for long enough. I've been on Salad for a week and I haven't gotten a job. And that's true. A lot of people haven't, but I've gotten actually zero. And I don't know that I've ever run a Salad rig and it gone that long without picking up something. I mean, even, one of these little teeny tiny containers that's worth, 50 cents or something like that. I don't think I've ever gone any length of time without it. And I think probably a lot of that has to do with my score. So when you install FluxEdge, you run a benchmark on your system. It's similar to VAST in the limited experience that I had. But when I ran the benchmark, let's see what my benchmark is here. This is the system that's currently in question. This one's offline. It was an initial test. But my AI bench score is 35,299. Which ranks me, I believe, I'm not even sure how to find it. I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of calling it here. And I'm probably just going to stick around and wait until I see more buzz about FluxEdge, Flux Core, kind of, offering more in terms of workload or whatever, because it seems like the only people on this are the people with like the really, really good stuff. And I've said that in a previous video that if you're coming into the mining space or the AI workload space or whatever, come correct with that good stuff. But as it pertains to, Flux, I think that is just crunk up to 11. You really got to come. I mean, when I say the good stuff, I mean the top tier stuff, or else you're just going to get goose egg. Salad, a little different because, again, I don't know how it operates on the back end when they're offering these, resources to customers, but they say like, hey, on our Salad network, we currently have 10,000 4070s, so we can offer it to you at this price versus, 4090s are at this price. And so the person might say like, well, okay, well, I'd rather take more 4070s and have it take this long, or however the workloads operate on the differing GPUs. I don't know how Flux is determining how to dole out the jobs, or if they're just going the top tier, or if there's an actual marketplace on the other end that people are just doing it without any sort of intervention, or what. How they operate, I don't know. But I would say that Salad, despite the earnings being down, seems to feed everybody a little bit more evenly. And so, take that for what you will. Is that good for us versus good for Salad versus good for customer versus good for ongoing earnings? Like I said, I've said this before as well. Salad has been making moves to guarantee more consistent work ongoing. So if Flux is doing something to the point where it's like, well, we don't care about that. It's, you better come to our service with just the best thing. And if you don't have the best thing, then fuck off. I don't know that they're doing that, but I've been reading the Discord here and there as much as I can take until my patience runs out, which is, approximately 7 to 8 seconds reading Discord comments. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are getting workloads at all. And so if they're only catering to that very top echelon of person coming in with the these really advanced systems, then, that's fine for them, I guess. And if their customer base wants that, but I think it's probably better on the miners end, the home miners end, the casual person, the hobbyists end to go with the service like Salad. As of right now, if I would have had this system running on Salad, even with the reduced earnings, I would have made more, and then I could have bought more Flux than I ever would have made with Flux. And so why would I use Flux to begin with? You know, and does that speak to whether or not Flux is even worth buying? I think it is, but it's that's it. That's the entirety of this video. Nothing's happening on Flux. Haven't looked at Vast, haven't looked at TensorDoc or anything like that, but I don't see anything. I don't see them being spoken about. I don't see it in the comments. I don't see it on Twitter. I know they're existing and I'm sure they're operating, but the only thing I really see people talking about is Salad. And, you know, even if Salad earnings are down, even if people are lamenting how Salad earnings are down, it's not great. Oh, you know, it's nothing like, but I mean, we're in an environment, we're at low tide right now. And so if you're in a tidal pool and there's some pockets of water here and there, Salad's one of them. And, you know, you go over to the Flux pool, it's bone dry. It's, you know, there's nothing there at all. So, you know, I think Salad's the move right now. That's the only place to be, or speculative mine if you think certain coins are going to go through the roof. But honestly, because it's low tide and because Salad is paying out something and it is profitable, mostly depending on your hardware, you're much better off running Salad, taking the payout and then buying those spec coins, because you're not going to be able to mine any more than you would be on Salad. And so I know a lot of people don't like me saying that either, because it brings more people into Salad, because I'm obviously the biggest fucking YouTuber there is in this space, and I'm going to have such a tremendous effect on the amount of people that are entering into Salad. But, you know, that's what I do. I'm here for views. So, you know, if more people come onto Salad, that's less overall workloads. But I would say if anyone is going to turn off Salad, they would have done it already, because the earnings are not great. You know, my average here over the past, well, let's say 7 days, it's not been great. I mean, it's kind of up and down, but over the past 30 days, it's clearly down. If we take a look, you know, it's kind of like this slow bleed down. I haven't had my 8700G on, and I'm about to turn that one back on. So hopefully that's good for an extra $1 or $2 a day. But previously I was at like 10, 12 bucks. And now it's like, you know, kind of lucky to eke out. See, we got a 6, 4, 3, 6, 3, 5, 6. So about $5 a day on average, you know, earnings over the past 7 days. $35, so that's $140 a month. You know, that certainly pays for the power to run these machines. Does it eat into that payoff, that amortization schedule? Sort of, not really, but a damn sight better than mining cryptocurrency. Because even with, I mean, I was looking at this the other day. I don't know if it's the same, but if we go over and take a look at a 4090 on hashrate.no, and I know there are coins that aren't on hashrate.no that could be more profitable, but for how long? If we take a look here, what's the highest revenue? We got $1 here. Let's look at profit. So, my God, dude, this is a 4090. The highest profit. Okay, so we got Sky Dodge down here at 38-cent profit. But for how long? You know, that's not going to last. You know, I doubt that would last for 6 hours. And then the gap there is massive. You know, the next most profitable one, what do we got here? Conflux, Xano, you know, but most of them seem to be hovering around that 20 cents, and that's profit on a basically $2,000 or let's say $1,800 graphics card. And that's just the graphics card. That's none of the ancillary stuff. So, you know, again, not to keep beating on the salad horn, but you know, that's the place to be, or nowhere at all in terms of the GPU CPU mining type deal. And I think that's where you're best deployed currently, unless you want to speculate, unless you want to get into mining some of these other coins. But again, speculative mining, in my opinion, it's really just speculative mining is reserved solely for those brand spanking new coins, not ones that have been around for a while and already seen, you know, a 100x, and now they're down to 50x. And, you know, will they go back to that 100x? Yeah, but you're only up 50x. And so will it pay for itself? I don't know. All right, so was I able to milk 10 minutes of Yikak out of that? I think so. I think we're done here. Salads where I'm going to stay for now until something changes. Flux, gonna wait around. If something happens, I'll go to it. But if not, I'm gonna stay on Salad. That's it. That's the name of the game. Let me know what you're doing in the comments below, or if you're on Flux and you've had success, what were your settings and what type of hardware were you running? Or did you notice in there, is there some kind of setting that I'm missing? Is there a big glaring button that says press here to be eligible for jobs? Because I went through everything. I reached out on Discord to one of the devs or the person in charge of FluxEdge like 4 or 5 days ago when I turned that machine on. and asked like, hey, I'm doing a video, I have a small channel, is there any way to make sure that I'm eligible for jobs? He never replied, and I don't expect him to. You know, I'm kind of a nothing, a grunt, a maggot in this space, maggots. But, you know, as for what it's worth, you know, if there's nothing else going on, you could at least reply to me, but I'm nobody important. It's fine. Anyway, salad's where I'm going to be at. Let me know what you're doing in the comments below. Be sure to like this video because it's the nice thing to do, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TheTechnicals. See you next time.